welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. For today's video I am going to be showing you how I made this little shabby envelope stack. Mum finally had her cataract op 2 days ago, thankfully, and I wanted to make her something just to, you know, take up and not say get well soon because she's not poorly, but to mark the occasion, shall we say. So I thought, oh, I know, I'm going to try something a bit different. And Amber sent me a message. She's one of our admin from our group. And she said, oh, Rach, try this envelope stack. I want to know how to do that. So I thought, right, okay. So I was going to do the video yesterday, but I wanted to make one to show you all first, so you could see what I was doing. But I'm glad I started yesterday because, my goodness, it's taken me ages. But that's just because I've done lots of fussing and stuff. So, okay, let's show you then the general basic idea. So the idea is that we stack several envelopes. You can stack them one on top of the other if you want, or you can do as I've done and set them off at certain angles so that you just get to then make the most of the, area to decorate. And then we look at how we're going to attach them to each other and what we're going to put in them and how we're going to decorate them. So I'll come back to the aesthetics of it all in a second. The first thing I want to just show you very quickly, because it's not complicated, it just took me ages because I wanted to do loads. So let me just lift you guys out a little bit so you're not right on top of the envelopes. Okay, so I've got some larger envelopes here just to make it a bit easier for you to see what I'm doing. And basically what I've done, I've used just 12 by 12 card. I used my envelope scorer, that's why these are all square. You can do this with any types of envelopes. You can do it with paper, card. You can do it with oblong envelopes, rectangle shaped envelopes. You can do it with envelope scraps, all sorts of things. And it doesn't matter if you have them layered on top of each other and they're different shapes and sizes as you go up. It's entirely up to you how you do it. The most important thing for you to remember when you're putting it together is that they can all open. So let me just quickly demonstrate. This is the general idea. You'll have one on the top that you'll open and obviously be able to take items in and out of. Then you'll have the next one then that will open here and you'll be able to take something out of there. And obviously, as I was saying about it lying flat. And then you'll open the next one and then that'll go across there and that will sit flat. I think you can see the way that they're falling. And then obviously you'll be able to access that one, and then obviously you'll open the last one and that will open and lie flat and you'll be able to get whatever you need to get out of there. So it's very, very simple, the construction. Like I say, they're just that's the main thing really for you to be conscious of when you're putting your envelopes together. Every time you place one on top, it needs to be slightly forward of the top of the envelope underneath. So I've got some here that I haven't stuck down yet. If I quickly show you these. And what I was doing to position my envelopes, I was simply placing a piece of washi tape on the flap underneath, and it was just helping me then see where I might like to position my envelope. So for this one here, I've got several different size ones. We'll use these 4, we'll say. And I'm going to start with my base one down, so we'll have that one on there nice and square, and then I'm going to want to set this one off at a slight angle. So bringing it down, I'm going to look at this top bit here and the top edge of the bottom envelope. So as long as that's not sticking across, because if it does stick above, when you go to open it then you're going to find that it's getting caught in the way, and once you've decorated it as well, it's just going to drag. So, well, it won't open basically with all the weight. So make sure when you pop it on, you just place it a little bit lower down there. You just see that'll catch on that washi tape now. Yeah, good. Okay, and then again with the next one. So we're going to perhaps try and do that at maybe a slightly different angle again. You don't have to, of course. You can just literally layer them square one on top of the other if you like. That's entirely up to you. I like mine at a slight angle because I think it's just adds to the interest a bit. So that one then will sit there, and then I need another bit of washi tape, so pop another bit of tape there under that flap there, and then we'll just look at the position of that one there. Now if it's the final envelope, you might like to have it straight or not, again entirely up to you, but the main priority is just making sure that each one can open. So there you go, that one opens there fine. And then when I want to open this one, that opens there fine. And then when I want to open that one, that opens there fine. So there we go. We know now that when it comes to sticking, you know, they'll be the positions we want to put them in. But before you even get to that stage, thinking about how you want to decorate them. So that's the basic construction. There's nothing any more complex to it than that. You're literally layering them one on top of the other. As I said, you can build them in a stack or have them at angles. And I would just perhaps trial that with the washi. You know, look at the different positions, test them out, and see what you think looks most attractive. But one thing that I did do before I got to the stage was to construct my envelopes, and I added the lace and everything to mine before I put them one on top of the other. I did do all the decorating then afterwards because obviously I wanted to see what would be visible, but there are some bits that you will want to do first. So if I just bring mine back over, and I can perhaps then show you, if I show you how I've done it, and then I can tell you exactly how I've done it. Let me just bring it in a bit. Sorry guys, I keep shaking you about. There we are, I hope that's not too wobbly for you. Okay, so on the top, we've got this really teeny tiny cute little envelope. And inside of there then I've just put a little tag with a little message in there to Mum. Now what I did do with this envelope, before I put it together, I lined the inside with some old music paper, and then I've stitched then around the edges here. And I've stitched on quite a few of them. You don't have to stitch, that's entirely up to you. It was just a finish I wanted to go with because I know Mum likes that finish on things. So I've stitched on the edges that I knew were going to be on, that were going to be visible, that were going to be on show, if that makes sense. So again, you know, you'll keep building your stack up and then looking at it and then taking bits away and to decorate it. But I've done, so for instance, I've done the edge in here on this triangle here. I've done the triangle there on the inside there. And then as you get further down, you can see then, so I've done the sides of this one here, and then the sides of that one there. And again, different effects as you've gone down. A lot of it I probably didn't need to do because I then went over it with lace, so you can't see a lot of it anyway, but I know it's there. So so again with this one, I've added a little bit of lace to the flap. That was easy, just did that afterwards before I stuck it onto the stack. And then I've added a small circle then to here just so I can flap my envelope in like that. And then I've added a little like a little gem sticker thing because that gives it a bit of weight then. One of the demonstrations I did look at on YouTube, the lady on there had put a Velcro dot underneath here just to keep that one, and I think that one down because I think she had quite a lot inside her envelope. So obviously, depending on how much stuff you got in there, you may want to try that. I couldn't do that here because of what I've done with the envelope underneath, but that's definitely an option for you if your top envelope is flapping. But I just added the weight there because I felt that would keep it down. So open it up inside, and then what I've done here is where the flap of the envelope underneath meets the base of the envelope on top, I've just simply put a little bit of decoration over that, just something so it kind of doesn't just look like a triangle on a square. So I took some little circle cuts of some other pages of the kit, and I think I used the collage one to do that. And then I just thought it just added to it a bit then. And then inside this envelope here, I've put, I don't know if you can see these there. Can you see the little sequins and the beads? It probably shakes. Yeah, it does a bit. And all I did for that was I glued this lace on here, and I stitched that onto the flap there because it was obviously quite small, and I thought if I get glue everywhere, it will be everywhere. Another way that you can do it, it probably would have been a lot easier if I'd done that before I assembled the envelope. So while you've got your envelope, there we go, while you've still got it in this shape, you know, after you've cut, I haven't cut the corners on this one yet, after you've cut your corners and everything's ready, you might then want to layer your lace, because you could go down onto the inside then, so you'd have it in the background as well, which is quite nice. And then you can stitch then the lace onto the back of the envelope, then slide in, you know, leave the gap at the bottom, then slide in then your sequins and whatever pretty things you want to add inside, and then just stitch the bottom of it then down there. And then obviously once you've constructed the envelope, it'll all be done inside and you haven't got to worry about trying to shove things in. So I should have thought of that before I made my envelope, because I had to do it then afterwards. But there we are, lesson for next time. And then inside here I have added a very, very tiny little pocket envelope made of vellum, and then as you can see inside there, then there's lots of little tickets and some little pieces of ephemera then for Mum. So that goes in there. It was just easier to put it in a vellum pocket rather than having all the bits in there falling around everywhere. So that's that one. And then when we open this one, then you can see that there. All right, yeah. I've added some lace and this lovely rose to just you know, cover up again where the one is stuck on the other. And then down here, so there's my stitch in there, and then down here I've added lace and some other bits of embellishment. And then inside of this one is a little flat notebook and some little bits of ephemera in a pocket. So that's one idea. Pop that back in there. And then under the next flap then, I've again used another one of these flower, they weren't stickers, they were cards. I think I had these from Amber when she sent me that huge package of lovely things. And I also had this from Amber, and this is this, oh, give me a second. There we go. It was a garland, so I've glued that onto the lace here, and I did stitch around then the edging just to secure the one corner to stop it coming off. But I just thought that was a nice addition. So we've got a music paper pocket here, which I've stitched. I've used pink edging stitching all the way around, and then I made a small yo-yo and added a button to that, just again, it's a bit of decoration. And then inside here, I collaged on the front of this, and it's and I've stitched all the way around with pink edge stitching. Sorry, can you see that? Is that too close? And then a bit of lace at the bottom, and you simply then just flap open the front, and I've lined the inside again, music paper and a little bit of scrap Edith Holden, and there's lots of lovely pages in here then. Some of them are from the kit, and some of them are just coffee dyed and beet dyed, and that just tucks over there like that. So that's a cute little booklet in there. You've got to try and get in there without catching light. There we go, lovely job. Okay, and then underneath there then, so, and what I've also done with some of them, I added then the larger envelopes, I've added lace to this part of the envelope here, but I did that again before I stuck the ones on top down, so there's lace poking out then from underneath. So that's how that bit is there, in case you're wondering how that got there. And then here again, I've just collaged this lovely little birdie from our Blue Hues kit here. Added some bits of lace, and then again, this is from our Paris kit, and I've stitched around all of the edges on this one because I knew you were going to get, you know, quite a good view of this one when it was opened up. And then down here I've just made a flower out of some scrap fabrics and stuck lots of lovely embellishments on. And then inside of here is this lovely journal card. So, but again, you know, the bigger envelopes, there's lots of different things that you can add to them. And then this one here then is the last one. And do you see what I mean about making sure the way that they open, you know, because you need to be able to get these items that are inside out. And obviously if that isn't, if they weren't in line, that wouldn't open up properly. And then on this one here, then I've just gone with a really shabby feel, so lots of lace overhanging, and then I've got a little heart that I cut out with a kit and a little gem in there, And then there's this lovely little dangle then hanging off the end of that as well. And inside here then I just put a lovely bit of ephemera journal card that I was sent by Barbara, and another little memo card which I think I had from Amber as well. So lots of nice pieces of ephemera that I've been sent, so I'm going to send some of those up to Mum now today and surprise her. Oh, and I also then at the top of that I used my stamp, and I cut these out of the kit, and they're like little floral shapes, but again it just softens that triangle onto the square kind of shape there. So there you go, that's just to give you some ideas about how I've decorated it. And again, thinking of construction wise, so I've placed this large lace then in between the two. So what I made sure I did was that if I wanted lace between the flaps, I put it on to all of the flap bits before I then assembled the envelopes. But yeah, I think that's it there. Okay, so let's just close that back up again. So again, just things to remember when you're constructing. If you are going to line your envelopes, do it before you put them together and stick them together. So, I mean, you may just want to use a double-sided, I mean, with this one here, obviously I've used double-sided card, so that doesn't matter because you've got a nice pattern on the inside and nice on the outside. But I liked using extra layers of paper with mine because I felt it gave the envelopes a little bit more bulk and they just felt a little bit more stable, rather than just having single skin papers. So if you're going to line them, do that first. If you're going to add anything like sequins, again, just think about the construction of that. You know, if you wanted it like inside of here and on the flap, then you might be better off stitching that in first and then feeding your sequins in and then stitching it shut before you put the envelope together. Also for you to think about ideas for how you're going to deal with the flap underneath. So this is what I meant when I said about the triangle on the square. So you don't really want, I mean, obviously you won't have washi tape there because you'll have glued it, but you don't necessarily want to just be looking at that. So you could collage all the way around with different papers from whatever you're using, if you're using a kit or something. You may want to collage envelopes if you're using scrap envelopes, or you know, envelopes that you've got in your stash from what you've kept. You might want to collage them all, and then again leave that bit then and then go over it when you put your flaps together. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, again, just make sure you remember when you're putting them together, don't let that top edge poke out so that you can open it all up. But yeah, I think that's it. It's really, really easy. Like I say, mine only took me ages because I wanted to do lots and lots of decorating on it. But you can make them as complex or as simple as you like. I think a botanical theme one would work just as well. I think with lots of, you know, you'd have lots of butterflies and flowers again, but perhaps, you know, with a different colour scheme. So I think that might be one I try next. But I just think the shabby chic look worked really well with these because they're, you know, it's a nice little bundle and it's nice as a gift. Ideal for Happy Mail. The idea I got because we are doing an envelope swap in our group at the moment on Facebook, and I was trying to think of ideas to think something outside of the box the other day. You know, how can we do this a bit differently? Thinking for presentation, you know, when you send them to your swap partner. So just another idea there, guys, for you. And of course you can always leave them loose and secure them with a ribbon or something. But I think it just mixes things up a bit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found the tutorial useful. And if you do have any questions or need any help with anything, just drop a comment below and I'll do my best to help. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. See you soon. Bye.